Yo guys, what's going on? It's Aces here today with another video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out that brand new Vector that was added with Season 4. If you guys don't know or you're not a subscriber to the channel, the Vector is my favorite weapon of all time. Any Call of Duty game, anything in real life, it is my favorite weapon in general. I absolutely love the thing. So seeing this added to Modern Warfare has got me very excited. Now, I've tried multiple attachments and multiple different combinations on this weapon, and I have two builds today that we're going to be checking out. That first one you saw was more of a close quarters build, and this one that we're going to be checking out is more of a long range shred machine. So I'm going to show you all of the new attachments for this weapon. Most of the attachments are still the same old that we see with every other weapon. For the muzzle department, the ZLR Saber is pretty much the only thing you want to be running here. It is a suppressor that gives you more recoil control and damage range. If you move over to the barrel section, you have the Apex and Deadfall. The Apex barrel allows you to put the Saber on it as well to double up on that damage range and that recoil control. The Deadfall will take away your muzzle, so there will be a penalty of no muzzle attachment if you use the Deadfall, but you're getting bullet velocity, recoil control, damage range, and sound suppression. We have this one on our close quarter one. So I doubled up the Apex and Saber for this long range one. A laser sight is not needed unless you want to play around with some attachments. An optic is definitely not needed. I recommend getting to, I think it is Battle Pass tier 85 to get the variant that's going to have some highlighted iron sights for you. The iron sights are just like a regular Vector, but having a highlighted or painted iron sight is definitely going to help for sure. The stock, I've used every single stock attachment in custom games, played around with them all. The Carbine Pro isn't terrible. I didn't really like it that much though. The Forge Tac close quarter stock I felt had no impact on my game whatsoever, and it was basically a useless attachment. The ZLR Blade helped the recoil a lot, but your turn speed was heavily impacted by it. I felt extremely clunky. Felt like an AR at this point, so I am going to have to recommend against it. And then the no stock I have on the close quarters build, so if I had to give you a suggestion, it would be no attachment at all or the no stock attachment. Sleight of hand is absolutely necessary currently on the Vector. The 25 round base magazine that comes with the gun and the 40 round drum magazine that comes with the gun are both basically the same speed reload wise when we're talking sleight of hand. So throwing on the 40 round drum magazine with sleight of hand is pretty much the only way to go in my personal opinion with how fast this thing burns ammo, and you will see that in the gameplay. So if I had to give you a base build to use this weapon at, it would be the 40 round drum magazine and the sleight of hand perk, regardless of anything you want to use. You have to have these two together to have an absolute destroying chance at getting, you know, 2, 3, 4 KDs if you want to keep chaining kills. If you guys just want a couple kills and you're reloading a lot and you're playing slower, then that is completely up to your discretion on how you want to play. But currently, you have to have these two attachments in my personal opinion. I'm more of a competitive player, so I try to take it from more of a competitive standpoint. We have stipple grip tape just for that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. You got to have some of that somewhere on your build on the weapon, so that's where that is. And honestly, you don't even need an underbarrel for this gun. I mean, you don't need one. It just shreds. The recoil on this weapon is kind of different than other weapons. It is very shaky. It almost has a motion blur effect. And if you guys hate motion blur and it kind of makes you dizzy or whatever, it really kind of messes with me just a touch. But I've kind of gotten used to it after playing with it for half an hour to an hour in custom games, just trying to get down with it. So with that being said, let's just hop in the game, man, so I can show you guys some gameplay. We're going to hop on Shoot House against bots. I have 11 of them on a free-for-all, and we're just going to shred them. We're going to start with the long-range version, which in my opinion is actually probably one of the worst versions on a close quarters map, obviously, and then we'll switch to the close quarters version, which absolutely melts. So let's get into it. Alright guys, we are on Shoot House. It is already going down, and here's your first look at the Vector right there. It melts. It shreds. Fire rate's insane. It has no recoil. There's no underbarrel attachment, as you can see, and it's literally not okay how good this gun is. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to be insane, and insane it is. Very, very much so. The thing has zero recoil, like any range. The bullet drop, you can't really notice it, and when I say bullet drop, it's more that bullet velocity. That's really the thing. Now, in Warzone, I have no idea what it's going to be like. I think I saw one clip of it this morning, and it was pretty much shredding just like it is right here, which is no surprise. But like I said, we're using the long range one right now, and you can see that long range potential this weapon really has. It is absolutely melting no matter the range. You can see just 10 bullets fly out of this thing in just a moment's time. And those 10 bullets are going to kill if you hit your shots. So a little bit of practice with this weapon and the right attachments are going to give you the winning combination pretty early on. I would recommend that you use a double weapon XP token and level this thing up max just in case it gets slightly nerfed in the very, very near future, which I can pretty much guarantee you that it might. But it might not, considering the Graw has survived this long with how good that thing is. But we're going to be switching to the close quarter class very, very shortly. But this thing is just absolutely beaming, melting, shredding. Any word you want to use for it, it's doing it. It's the jack of all trades. I would have to personally say it is replacing the MP5 permanently for me until it is nerfed. But yeah, I love this thing. It's just an absolute machine. So let's change over to the close quarters version. Let's get Kimball to kill us here. You can do it. There we go. All right, now we're going to be running around, slide canceling, doing all that. Now, with this build that I got, it still feels just a touch too slow. And you can see that the recoil is a little bit hoppier, but it still shreds. It's still insane. And if you're getting up in people's faces, that extra recoil, like right there, you can see it was hopping around a little bit. It doesn't matter because of how close you are to them. Since you're getting up in their face, doing all the work, you're good. I would recommend double time with this. I don't know if I have it on this class, but I would definitely be running double time, not EOD or anything, and just running around the map. That guy should have died. That's probably like the only kill we haven't gotten that, in my opinion, we should have so far. But either way you build this gun, long range, close range, it shreds. And that's why I'm saying it is pretty much the jack of all trades and going to replace the MP5, because that's what the MP5 does. It beams at range, and at close range, it's, you know, unmatched. Now, I think we finally have something that's going to beat it. I at first thought maybe the Uzi with the AE rounds might do it, and it wasn't it. And the UMP with the hollow points wasn't it. And the Bison with the right build, you know, wasn't it. Now we have the Vector in play, and I think we finally have a competitor and something that is going to completely outmatch the MP7 and really be a close fight for the MP5. And I definitely think that is a change that we need just for variety's sake and competitive sake. So guys, this is the Vector. Let me know what you think about it, man. That is going to do it for the gameplay here today, though. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. We're going to have the Galil a little bit later today on the channel, and then we'll be done for content for the day. I think we've uploaded anywhere from 8 to 10 videos today, so definitely need to calm down on the content trigger happiness. But there's been a lot of stuff, and you guys have been enjoying it. So thank you very much for everybody leaving likes on the video, subscribing, all my new members, and all that good stuff as well. Check out the sponsors, equipment, description below. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.